Good morning, guys. It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So first of all, today's video is actually going to be how to follow Atkins, or specifically Atkins induction phase while traveling. Sorry, there's a plane randomly going over because I started my video. Of course, that's how that works. But I'm over here in Colombia and I've been following Atkins, specifically Atkins 40, and I've been here for about a week and a half. What is that? Every time I start a video, all kinds of crazy stuff starts happening. The lady last week, if you heard, you may not have seen the video, but this lady was blow drying a fan for like an hour, and she would only start as soon as I started videoing. And of course somebody wanted to come up and talk to me just now. That's okay, it's part of traveling. That's basically what I'm talking about. You kind of have to be ready for stuff. So a couple key factors are going to be, you need Tupperware. And you need good Tupperware, and I would say you need a big piece of Tupperware that you can fit multiple things in, and maybe some foil. And the reason for that is you're not going to, if you have a day pack or something and you're going around traveling or whatever, you're probably not going to have room for 7 different large Tupperwares. So get one good sized Tupperware, I'd say about that big if you're going to be gone for the whole day, and then you can put smaller Tupperwares inside that, or even easier, you can wrap stuff in foil or wrap stuff in like sandwich bags and stuff like that, so that you can have your individual meals so they don't all blend together and you're like, oh, this is gross, and start eating some churros or something. But the other thing is plan. You have to plan in advance. Don't wait till you get to the area to plan. So if you're following a meal plan, I don't want to dig it out right now, but I'm following a meal plan. And you need to print that stuff out before you leave, okay? Because you're going to get there and you're going to say, oh, I can't print it out because so-and-so didn't the printer didn't work, the blah, 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 blah. There's too many excuses that you can come up with once you're already on the spot. So make sure you do this stuff in advance before you leave. Next thing, prep your meals. If you're going to be there for 7 days, make sure you are prepping your meals before you actually go to different types of locations. So say for instance you're going to be at a hostel for 7 days. The day you get there, prep your meals. Right when you get there, go ahead and figure it out. Find your grocery store. Make sure all your meals are the same. And I would say keep them pretty basic so that you can stay on track a lot easier. But the next thing is, the food around the world is very similar. A lot of the times people think, you know, I panic, I'm gonna go there and they're not gonna have lettuce or cucumbers or something. It's not that big of a deal. Usually 95% of the foods are gonna be the same. You will have about 5% of the foods that are not gonna be the same. And for that, I would recommend going to myfooddiary.com, and then once you go there, you can actually find a couple things that'll work really well, as far as if you have, say you can't find cucumbers, you need to find a different vegetable to switch it out with. myfooddiary.com is a good way of finding different alternatives for different types of foods while still staying on track. Now, the next thing is be a little bit lenient. If normally you're following Atkins 20 and you feel like you're going to be deprived or something like that, go ahead and follow Atkins 40 while you're traveling if you're going to be a little bit more active. If you're not, I'd stay with the 20, just because you're going to end up putting on weight if you're not used to it. But if you are going to be doing lots of walking and some activities and outdoor stuff, maybe some hiking, some cycling and stuff like that, you'll probably be perfectly fine with that version of Atkins. And the cool thing is, by doing that, you're probably going to put yourself in a safer mindset, because you are going to be eating like small amounts of fruit and stuff like that, so you're not going to feel like you're being neglected or deprived or whatever. So it really helps, and I will say it really helped with me. Now, a little side tip: when you're following Atkins, when you're traveling, in the link in the description below, I'll put like a little travel pack of measuring spoons as well as a small food scale, because they are really important. I'll be completely honest, I have not been able to weigh my foods, but I've been doing this long enough to where I know exactly about what a 6-ounce piece of chicken looks like. So I've been pretty safe, but if you're new to this, I wouldn't wing it. And even if you're not new to this, speaking of which, I'm gonna order mine today because I really wanna make sure I'm getting exactly what is called for my macros. Now, you're probably wondering, well, John, I wanna try the local cuisine. You can't, and I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. You can, and we can call those a cheat day. And a cheat day, we're calling it that because specifically we know what a cheat day is. So there are a couple of rules of a cheat day. You don't want to go into a cheat day absolutely gorging yourself 24/7, because if your body has become accustomed to burning 15 to 1700 calories or even 2000 calories, and then you pump 10,000 calories into it, it's not that it's necessarily going to kill you. I mean, it might, but the important thing is that your body's not going to be able to process that, and anything that you consumed in excess of what you were consuming normally on a daily basis is just going to spill over into fat stores. Now, the other thing is so I would try to stay within a caloric balance. The other thing is try to stay away from healthy fats. And then you're probably like, whoa, what? I don't want you to have a cheat day and eat 15 avocados. Like, that's not going to benefit you. If you're looking for local cuisines, try some carbs, try some sugars, try to avoid healthy fats. And the reason for that is because your body has become fat adapted. It knows to burn fat as fuel. So if you give it too much fat, too much carbs, too much sugar, what it's going to do is throughout that process of that cheat day, your body's going to work on burning the fat, and the carbs and sugar is just going to be left alone and stored as fat. So you really want to make sure that you kind of eliminate the fat for the day, turn your body back into, snap it back into burning carbs and sugar as fuel. That way it doesn't store as many of those carbs and sugars, because our bodies naturally want to work with one or the other. But if you're consuming too much of one and you become fat adapted, it's really going to work against you. So lots of carbs, lots of sugar. I know that sounds horrible, but also it probably sounds great to some of you. So also make sure that you time them accordingly. If you've had a good week and you've stayed on track, maybe do it every Friday. If you had a good week and you didn't exercise, maybe skip a week. Maybe say, you know what, I didn't put my all into it. I'm gonna do once every 2 weeks or something like that. If you're a traveler that travels often and you are gone for extended periods of time, like 4, 6, 8 weeks, maybe half a year or something like that, I would probably push it out to once every 2 weeks, because that means it's not a vacation necessarily. You're just kind of whatever they would call that, a endless traveler or whatever. And if you travel for business a lot, and if it's 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days here and there, I would just go ahead and stay on track. Don't worry about cheat days and stuff like that, because you're not going to be in a location long enough and you travel enough to probably not need that. And you're actually not there for pleasure, you're there for business, so it's a little bit different. I hope this tips helped you. If you guys like our videos, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. We ask 3 simple questions. If you don't ask them, chances are you don't get in. We don't let you sell stuff there. We don't let you bully people there. We don't let you be negative there. I know it's crazy, a non-negative place. We're about growth, we're about self-development, we're about helping each other out on this journey. Have an awesome day, guys. Be stronger than your excuses, and remember to spread love, not hate. Peace. Oh, check out the links in the description below for the measuring cups and the scale. Don't forget them when you travel.